Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
A possible case of road rage caught on surveillance cameras. Two motorcyclists crash in the middle of a busy road as witnesses run to help the people who were hurt. Glad to have you with us tonight at 11. Investigators say they collided with an SUV after a fight that started miles up the road.
It's hard to believe when you see the video, but nobody was seriously hurt. Megan Woods hearing from people who were there, and she joins us live in Dearborn Heights. Megan, kind of walk us through what happened, how this happened.
So right now we are on Telegraph Road near Joy Road, and the crash happened right behind me. There's still debris all around, but witnesses tell police that there was some sort of altercation 6 miles away from here in Southfield on Telegraph north of 8 Mile. And the people who work here at Detroit Pizza Factory tell us when they found out what happened, they rushed outside to help.
There was a red Impala that had got hit. And the motorcycle, one was stuck in the ditch over here and one was over here, and just tons of debris all across.
A video shows what happened moments before. One motorcyclist and a white SUV collide. The motorcyclist is sent flying down the road. His bike is thrown across lanes of traffic, taking out another biker. This red car pulls over, and Dearborn Heights police say the driver of the white SUV fled the scene.
Motorcycle driver was over there.
Sammy Ajmi said while people were already tending to the motorcyclist, he went with his co-workers to check on the people in the red car.
Her whole entire driver's side was smashed in, so we pulled the door open for her, got her out.
Police also mentioned the driver of that white SUV later turned himself in and is cooperating. The two motorcyclists had no life-threatening injuries, but one did hurt his leg. This video not only shows the crash, but the compassion of people nearby.
Tons of bikes, at least 10 people, including 3 of us coming out. Of course, when you see something like that happen, you have to stop. And I've stopped before. People, if I ever got hit, people had stopped for me. It's just as a community, we have to do that kind of thing, just to take care of each other and make sure everyone's okay.
This is all still under investigation, and again, police say the driver of that white SUV, a 50-year-old man, is cooperating. Live in Dearborn Heights, I'm Megan Woods, Local 4.
You said amazing, and nobody was seriously hurt in all of this. Megan, we appreciate it.
Let's turn to the weather. We take a live look outside on a rainy night.
Yeah, the showers will be sticking around as you go to bed. Let's get over to Paul, see what to expect in the morning, Paul.
Yeah, hey there. The bulk of the rain actually stayed south of 8 Mile. We had a little light rain and drizzle to the north, and there are a couple little patches back to the west, but most of this is moving off to the east. In fact, take a look at what the airports are reporting for sky conditions. Now, you still have showers to the south, but notice along the M59 corridor out toward 96, this is all just cloud cover with no rain. And by the way, it's not clear to the north. The instrument at the reporting stations that sees the level of the clouds is called a salometer. It can't see clouds above 12,000 feet, so it thinks it's clear. There are actually clouds above 12,000 feet. Those are higher clouds, not rain-producing clouds. So no rain to the north. It's all to the south. So for the kids in the morning at the bus stop, there'll still be some showers around in the morning. Looks like mid to upper 40s. A few showers in the afternoon, especially to the south, around 60 degrees at the bus stop. New model data just came in. I'm going to show it to you in a few minutes. It's diminishing some of the rain chances Friday night, and that's good news for Saturday. We'll talk about that in just a few, guys.
Okay, Paul, thank you. A new legal battle tonight between Detroit schools and a community church.
And at the center of this fight is an abandoned school on the city's east side. The church is filing a $25 million lawsuit over the old Bellevue Elementary School near Kercheval and East Grand Boulevard. Mara McDonald is there live tonight. The Power in the Praises Church, has been using this building since, I think, 2013, Mara.
Devin, that's right. They've had a lease since about 2013. And the question tonight, is this church going to continue to exist in this building? Right now, it's all very unclear.
We took nothing and brought it back. And
when Bishop Percy Henderson entered into a lease with DPSCD in 2013, the Bellevue school property was an utter mess.
This school was a haven rest for prostitution, drug abuse, and even a place where bodies could be dumped.
The congregation used its own elbow grease and money to make it habitable. Over the intervening years, the church has signed new leases with the option to buy the property. In 2019, with money in hand, Bishop Henderson was ready to buy. A purchase agreement was signed, and then nothing.
They treat us like we're nothing. We're nothing. We try to call and try to work it out with them. I went to closing twice, and they never showed up.
It has been a legal imbroglio ever since.
Yeah, Markel.
The congregation has kept on using the space for sports teams, services, and meetings. Martin thinks this is all an attempt to sell the property for a higher price to a real estate investor.
They never thought that a preacher with a congregation, not a big mega church, he brought about 40 people over here. Never did they think he would come up with the money.
Back here live, Devin, Kimberly, I just got a statement from DPSCD on this entire issue. It came into my inbox at 11:01, so let me read it to you. DPSCD denies any and every allegation that it has defrauded the potential buyer, breached any contract, or otherwise caused the potential buyer to suffer damages. It is unfortunate that a deal could not be completed here, whereas recent as last week, DPSCD again offered to close the deal for $100,000. To that end, it seems the potential buyer is now looking to a school district funded by public dollars for a $25 million windfall. In any event, DPSCD looks forward to defending this lawsuit in a court of law where all of the facts and the truth will come out. We're live on Detroit's East Side tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Okay, Mara.
Well, tonight we are monitoring a major decision on COVID vaccines. The FDA is strictly limiting who can get the Johnson & Johnson shot. U.S. regulators say the Johnson & Johnson vaccine should only be given to adults who cannot get a different shot. The FDA says it's restricting the vaccines because regulators took another look at the data on the risk of life-threatening blood clots. For months, regulators have been recommending people get Pfizer or Moderna shots instead.
Now to new developments on the abortion battle. The U.S. Senate is going to vote next week to move forward a bill that would make abortion protections a federal law, but it will mostly be a symbolic vote because Democrats don't have the necessary 60 votes to overcome a Republican filibuster. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts made his first public appearance since the Roe v. Wade draft leak and called the situation absolutely appalling. The court's draft leak gaining support from pro-life groups here in Michigan. Earlier tonight, Protect Life Michigan students rallied in Auburn Hills supporting the potential fall of Roe.
Roe versus Wade has allowed for the killing of millions of human beings for the last 50 years, and we believe that needs to end. We believe human rights should be for all human beings. We shouldn't discriminate based on something like how old somebody is, in the same way that we wouldn't discriminate based on race or gender.
Protect Life demonstrators say if Roe v. Wade is overturned, it would protect women and children.
Police from around Metro Detroit will be giving extra attention to the freeways this summer in an effort to stop shootings. There has been an increase in freeway shootings since the start of the pandemic. Today, police kicked off the second year of Operation Bryson. It's named after 2-year-old little Bryson Christian, who was killed in a shooting on I-95 last year. 40 agencies are involved, dedicating more officers to patrol the freeways.
This is not just a Detroit problem. This is an our problem. Our freeways are being used as pathways of escape from violence perpetrated not only in Detroit but in our neighboring communities.
Detroit police are also talking about expanding and improving the use of freeway cameras. They could be used to look for suspect cars on and off ramps.
All eyes on Wall Street tomorrow after stocks suffered their worst day of the year. Dow lost 1,100 points today, more than 3% of its value. It erased a lot of gains that were made just yesterday as the Dow surged more than 900 points. Experts say investors are still obviously worried about inflation. We'll see how the week closes out tomorrow. It may be a good idea to avoid a busy stretch of I-94 in Macomb County this weekend.
Parts of the freeway will be closed starting tomorrow morning. At 9 in the morning, westbound I-94 will only have one lane open from M59 to North River Road. On Saturday, the eastbound side goes down to one lane. Then Sunday, the entire freeway will close from 16 Mile to M59. Crews will be doing some road and utility work. I-94 should reopen Sunday afternoon. All right, still to come, passengers couldn't believe what they were seeing as their flight landed in Chicago.
A man opened the emergency exit door and slid down the wing. You'll hear what he did when he made it to the tarmac.
And why one of Detroit's most famous murals is at the center of a fight that may end up in front of the state Supreme Court.
But first, a video released of a police shooting in a Michigan Meijer parking lot.
He's got a gun! He's got a gun!
The chaos inside and outside the store as the